So if you're thinking about what are the top 10 fastest growing communities in the country, Zillow just came out with their list for 2024, and Ohio has 3 in the top 10: Cincinnati, Columbus, and of course, the lovely Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Rich Ganim, local Cleveland area realtor, and I'm going to tell you why Cleveland made the top 10 list. So let's start off with this. The reason Cleveland's even in this conversation is because affordability in Northeast Ohio is one of the lowest in the country. Meaning, if you're a first-time home buyer, a move-up buyer, or an investor, you have the ability to buy a lot of house for not so much money compared to a lot of other places throughout the country. Take Florida, for example. What would be a $400,000 purchase here in Cleveland is probably $750 to $900 in most parts of Florida. Cleveland, like Cincinnati and Columbus, are some of the most affordable places to live in the country. The other reason that Cleveland is considered one of the most best places in the country to buy, according to Zillow in 2024, is because of the job growth here in the medical industry, especially with Cleveland Clinic, university hospitals, and then you take into consideration Sherwin-Williams, who's building their new corporate headquarters downtown, and their research and development facility here in Brecksville. Sherwin-Williams has solidified itself as a staple here in Northeast Ohio, as well as American Greetings on the west side of town, on top of all sorts of other great companies that choose to call Cleveland home, such as Progressive Insurance and Avery Dennison. So when we keep looking at all of these other reasons why, Northeast Ohio, for the most part, is owner-occupied, right? There are certainly parts of Northeast Ohio that are very heavily investor-based. However, when we look at why Cleveland is going to be such a hot market in 2024, making the top 10 list according to Zillow, is simply because we don't have a whole lot of new construction, right? So in markets where new construction might be a third or a half of the overall sales in a community, new construction in Northeast Ohio is actually very low in comparison to other places. So as you're thinking about why would Cleveland be such a hotbed for the real estate market, in terms of competition, you're either buying a resale home or you're going to try and build, and yet the cost of building today, a little bit over the top, right? So Cleveland has a lot going for it, right? We have a lot, not only do we have great restaurants and do we have a great waterfront area that's constantly talking about redeveloped. The Browns are going into the playoffs. The Guardians are doing a complete remodel to Progressive Field. There's so much going on in Northeast Ohio, in the greater Cleveland area, that it's really no surprise that we're in the top 10. Truly. So where did Zillow come up with this information? Because I gotta tell you, I asked too, who came up with this list? Well, what Zillow did is they went down and they looked at the top 50 metropolitans in the United States and said, okay, here's our criteria, here's our list, and you can see Buffalo is number 1, Cincinnati, Columbus were there at 2 and 3, and then Cleveland's in the top 10 as well. So listen, if you're looking at making Cleveland home, and if you want to call Cleveland home for a variety of different reasons, I'm your guy. My name is Rich Ganim, Cleveland area realtor. Make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with a friend. Thank you so much for watching. Go Browns as we enter the playoffs this weekend, and I can't wait to share with you more about why Cleveland is such a desirable place to live here in 2024. Thanks for watching.